Love you, darling. Sit tight. Where is warframe? Well, not right out here because I've had so many fucking demos.
Sup? Hi, everybody. Wow, Captain.
They know what they like.
Oh shit! I forgot to turn on my chat blocker. Bah! Cassowary. Hello, everyone. Orson, thank you for the resub.
Yeah.
Thank you. No pokey. The pokey didn't work. Why did pokey not work?
Is pokey broken?
Did you not log
pokey
in?
may be broken. Hold on. Refresh. Cause I forgot to refresh. Where is it? Mix it up. Refresh. Alright, mix it up's on, right? Yeah, there it is. Hold on. I'm making sure it works. Hold on. I got this. I'm professional.
I mean, you
got the experience.
I mean, I'm kind of a professional. I lied on my, thing.
Resume?
There it is.
We all do.
Yeah, that's the word. Resume.
If you're getting paid for it, I mean, technically you're a professional at it, right?
No, exactly.
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, I get paid, so...
I'm contracted, at least.
You do it for a living.
But hello, everyone. I am joined by, of course, Captain, which is where we all came from. And I have with me Chuckin' Eater.
What's up?
We're going to do some wolf farming. Or war farming.
It's honestly the same thing in this game.
Pretty much.
You're talking about doing Archon hunts, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, I have to play someone I am not very good with, so I'm gonna have to learn how to fucking play it.
That's alright, even though it took forever for me. I did my first solo Archon hunt with Rhino. I felt so proud of myself.
Oh my god. Sorry guys about the cough, I'm still a little sick.
Just a little in general.
That's besides the point. Alright, let's get these buttholes in here. Butthole 1, butthole 2.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never been a butthole in my life.
More of a cloaca, really.
God damn it, Captain. Okay, so thoughts on Silver Fox Frost. I would love to be a sandwich between him and I believe her name is Minerva, who is Saren. Yes, the proto frames.
Which, as it is the frame I get the bonus for the Archon hunt this week.
Mine is Frost, I think. No, Volt. Mine's Volt.
So if you really want, you could be Amir.
Where do we see the Archons again? Is that under...
If you look at your navigation, it's the far right tab.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the blue one this week. For me, it's Grendel, which I do not have.
Fox.
No, I do like me some Grendel, but Paddy is not my boy this time.
So we have a Sabotage and then an Interception.
That's fine.
I think we can do this.
As long as it's not that horrible excavation, because I couldn't do that, man. That was hard.
Oh, the excavations are so hard. But
if you're doing it Shadow, they are absolute bullshit.
The spy ones suck too. Only because everything is so bad. Like, buffed up.
I can't remember what they ran, but how we wound up doing the excavation was a guy popped in with me, and he ran some warframe that slowed them down so much they couldn't move. So they couldn't shoot, so then we just went through and killed the guys with the power cells and called it a day.
Nova, maybe? Were they glowing and explode?
Yeah, they were glowing and they couldn't move at all. That makes sense, because I forgot that there's that build called Slova. That's right.
Yep. Yeah, it was probably Nova. Who also is getting a proto frame. She's adorable, though. She's so cute.
It's those three plus the new one.
Tempest.
They're all getting proto.
No, not Tempest. Temple. Sorry.
Temple. Yep.
To be fair, we all knew Proto Saren was going to be hot. She got some titties on her. Jesus. They knew what they were doing with her.
I mean, she's always been the titty monster, so it makes sense.
But her titties are like revealed titties.
Yeah.
Really?
They gave us some cleavage. Yeah.
Are we talking like close to Ash's booty? Or Ember? Which one is it? I can't remember.
Very close, but like fleshy, real titties.
Ooh. Just whenever I think I'm not going to spend more money on this game.
I'm going to need some skins.
I'm hoping. I mean, I've still got a bit of a 2,000 pack, but I'm hoping for an actual decent discount soon. I just got a 20%.
I know, same.
It's like, fuck you.
I got a
20%.
Right.
I got a 70%, and it took every bone in my body not to use it the other day.
Nah, 70s and 75, I always get the highest amount because it's like so much cheaper for quite a good amount, and then I'll just sit on it and use it for the things I need. All right, I try to make my Saren and Jezime skins because Saren is probably not so much anymore, but Saren was Jezime's main.
Yeah.
So what is this one, a sabotage?
Yeah, this is sabotage.
Guys have a little roar.
But yeah, Proto Nova is so cute. She's just this like little spunky gal. I love her.
I'll have to look her up.
But yeah, Frost is like straight up Silver Fox daddy.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, and the Proto Saren is just like Dommy Mommy is probably like even more Dommy Mommy than Eleanor is.
And Hildren?
What?
Well, Proto
we haven't got a Proto Frame Hildren yet. Although Proto Frame Cora is going to be fucking terrifying.
I bet it'd be a blast.
Right. I mean, if Saren is that dummy, it's like Cora's going to be. I think I made the joke already, but Cora will be Lucy Lawless's character from Eurotrip.
Right, and they've already said, unfortunately, that these proto frames will not be romanceable.
Yeah, I think it's only ever going to be the 6 to start off.
Yeah, because I think it's alluded to that the Proto Saren and Proto Frost are married,
and obviously not Springers.
Yeah,
that's sad days.
Right? I mean, what happens in my head, they don't need to know about.
Unless they're into it.
No.
Unless.
I mean, I'm not suggesting anything, unless.
Yeah, canonic. Yeah, canon married. Yeah.
Yeah, but I am entertained that while most Western developers are too busy trying to make things as unsexy as possible, digital extremes like, yeah, what? We're gonna make everyone sexy.
Yeah, I
right.
Love the full leaning into like League of Legends.
Yeah. Which, it's a bit of a shame that's not on Steam because I'd love to see them admit to how much AI they're using these days for that.
Oh, I know. I mean, there was a few games on there that broke my heart seeing that.
Yeah. One of them was actually one I'd picked up a couple of months back during the sales. It was like, that might make a fun stream. Oh shit, I wasn't paying attention. Sumerian 6. Which is like, I don't know if either of you know the old Commandos series. Strategy stealth games, best way to put it. Where you have like a few select characters and you have to do your objectives, try not to raise the alarm and all that. Mm-hmm. Really, really fucking good. Sumerian 6 was like that, but with 1940s and supernatural shit. So it's like that's my fucking jam. They were on that list because they used AI to make a marching song you hear in the background of one of the things. It's like, that's not the worst, but it still hurts.
Yeah, it's like I still prefer like no AI be used. That'd be great.
Yeah. And then of course Void Crew with where they just use AI for the ships AI.
Voice, yeah.
And it's like, okay, that's not too bad, but it's like, like I was saying in the Discord, it's like you look at the best AI characters, Shodan and GLaDOS, voiced by real people, and then had some talented audio engineers fiddle about with the voices, synthesize the shit out of them.
Mm-hmm.
And now we got Shodan, who sounds fucking terrifying, and GLaDOS, who, well, we all know GLaDOS.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this mission. No, don't fall in the
hole. Oh,
okay,
God.
Good.
I'll go to C.
I'm on A.
I'm at D.
And looks like Senpai's on B.
So,
Or I'm sorry, I'm not your senpai.
one thing that disappointed me, because I'm big in the simulator games and everything, was the Steam demo sale. And seeing so many games that are coming out now, at least in the simulator category, that are fully done by AI. And it's not just like people saying AI. It's like you can blatantly tell that they were done by AI. And I'm like, dude, I just want a good simulator game.
Yeah.
Right. And what kills me about some of those simulator games, it's like, there's plenty of resources online where they sell assets. I mean, look at Phasmophobia. It started off with purchased assets.
Exactly.
Like you can get 100% human-made assets free or cheap. You don't have to use AI for this shit, but
or steal or rip them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get my stars, but
as some of you know, through Next Fest, I was playing a lot of the demos. Fuck off, you bastards! I was playing a lot of demos to just give it a go, and just going through the list is like seeing how many were using AI for the fucking title card alone.
Yeah,
it's like that alone made me not even want to click on it. It's like, fuck off.
Yeah, that was the big thing, and so I would give them a chance. I would click on it if the title card was AI, and then I would go through and look at their trailer and stuff, and then the entire trailer would be fully AI made with a little bit of gameplay, and I'm like, oh, come on, man, this was such a cool concept for a game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Although one I need to look up, I'll look it up after this. It was one that I'd played the demo in a previous Next Fest, and it was clearly all AI generated, and but the devs, quote unquote devs, insisted that it wasn't. And when people point out that even in the title card, you could see that the main character's hand is all fucked up. They were like, "Oh no, that was just the artist fucked up." Oh yeah, see, we fixed it now. The version they uploaded, the fixed version, her outfit was different.
Oh, we got bleeding out.
All these little details were completely different than what they were before. It's like, yeah, bullshit. It was AI.
Thanks, checkers.
And it's like
down.
Yep.
And it's like now that Steam is now insisting.
Oh shit!
Now that's part of the terms of service that they have to admit to AI usage. It's like that is going to be interesting to see what they've written now. Are they willing to admit it?
I'm down, guys. Woo! Got it.
That's right. I forgot you can't go down.
Yeah.
Got to get used to the Vespa, because usually in this game I don't do the aiming and shooting thing, but the Vespa, which is the pistol that came out with it, it's all about getting those crit hits. When you aim, it'll highlight where to get the crits.
Why does it hurt so much? Why is it spicy?
I didn't used to be aim and shoot, but because I main a bow and I have for so many years in Warframe, I've just gotten used to alternating between the two. And also, it's really cool whenever you get the slow-mo through the air and get a kill shot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope DE gives us more daddy skins. I'm here for the daddy revolution.
Yeah. 60 characters all around.
Yeah.
Do y'all need any help?
I am here.
I have nothing at A right now.
Like I was saying, vast majority of Western developers are all about making characters as ugly as fucking possible. And it's like, no, give us give us what we see in the likes of Marvel Rival, Mecha Break. Give us the sexy characters, male, female. Give us the lot.
Just like furries, gooners will also spend money for sexy.
Oh yeah, I usually do not play PvP games, but you give me mechs, you give me sexy pilots with fucking gigantic asses. It's like I will play your PvP shit.
Yeah,
that's how Mecha Break got me.
I am an absolute sucker for microtransactions or sexy dances, stuff like that.
It's like even if it's like my stance is make it, the wider range you got, the more people are happy. And it's like I don't swing towards blokes, but it's like I want there to be sexy male characters as well. So those who are into blokes, I want you to be happy as well.
Yeah, I just started playing Days Gone, and it just really reflects how much, like, I don't swing that way either, but I like the male rugged biker look.
Yeah. Well, I've got a general rule, as those of you who watch my Mecha Break stream probably heard me say. If I can't make a male character look rugged, I'll make a female character. It's like, that's just the way I am.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Code Vein, perfect example. It's like there's like all the male characters. All the male characters are very effeminate. So it's like, all right, female character. What's that? I can't have a beard. Female character.
So what did you do for Valheim then, where all the characters look mostly male?
I was always happy to have a big beefy Viking man. I was like, yep, all right, I know what I am.
Yeah, give all the big chubby beefcakes. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
We got a second round.
Listen, I'm the girl that barked at Thor in God of War.
Still does.
I still do.
I mean, let's be honest. You'd be curious to see what they do with Proto Grendel.
Oh my god, if there's a Proto Grendel, squee.
Listen, man, us big boys, we know how to cuddle.
Exactly. They know how to cuddle. They'll eat, and boy, do they eat! Waggle brows.
No.
Ah.
No. If they're big, they know how to.
I hate J-Light Eximus so much.
Right.
We're fine.
Everything good? You good?
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
The panic screaming is taken care of.
Okay.
The panic screaming is all part of the strategy.
Yeah, it's part of the plan.
I mean, as someone who identifies as straight, I maintain no one's a 0 on the Kinsey scale.
I've always thought it was a bit strange how some people fight over this stuff, like whether or not being into femboys makes you gay or straight or what. I was like, who the fuck cares? If you're into them, great. If you're not into them, also great.
Right?
Just enjoy what you like.
Personal preference.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Does it matter if it's gay, straight, whatever? It's like, who the fuck cares? Just like it. Ignore titles. Just be yourself.
Exactly, and don't be afraid to go out of your comfort zone every now and then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm into, the more, like I said, biker type, but at the same time, I find 99% of women attractive, so.
Yep.
Yeah, well, even though I am straight, I do challenge myself, and like with pen and paper characters and all that, I do challenge myself. Every single one I make is bi, whether they be male, female, whatever. Largely because that gives me more of a challenge for character creation, that sort of thing. And helps us we see like how the other side lives. Now, with that said, it is much easier for me to play as a bi female, as a bi bloke.
Yeah.
Well, I will say I'm straight, but Henry Cavill questions that, so.
I mean, valid. I could see him doing that.
I'm sure you've seen the mock-ups of him as the God Emperor.
Yes.
Everyone, I've been seeing a lot of memes, especially now that he is a father. And they're all like, "Well, he needs to name the kid this, the first Primarch, and now he just needs to have 34 or something."
It's like I'm worried because I'm pretty sure the second is Fulgrim, and it's like that's a
no. Yeah. I don't know if we can be okay with having a full.
Yeah. There is such a thing as too much of a good thing. Yeah, that's Fulgrim. For those running, Fulgrim is the one who felt us the edge. So we're talking beyond fucking kinky. We're talking about. We're talking about shooting smack into his balls is vanilla. Is beyond vanilla. Is boring to him.
I have been laughing that the Warhammer community fucking roasted his new mod.
What do you do? Sorry. Oh,
so
the Fulgrim model. Oh, sorry.
The Fulgrim model.
Oh, I thought you meant Kevil. So wait, what do you...
No, Fulgrim.
Oh, yeah, nah. The face is so fucking bad.
The face was so bad, and then they showed off, like, the last Fulgrim model, and they're like, how did you go from this great quality to this shit?
I was a little disgusted as well with what they did with... because they revealed Angron and Latara Saren. For those who don't know, Angron is the one who fell to Khorne, so Angry Boy. And he looks pretty much what you'd expect. But Latara Saren was his loyal officer. She was the one who was the calm and collected one while he was throwing all the fucking tantrums. Yeah, the half an expression they gave her is like, that is the least Latara Saren look I've ever fucking seen.
Yeah, that model was rough. Where's the exit? Let us out. Thank you. Also, Proto, Grendel, and Gauss as comic relief duo as Jasper and Horus. When? Oh my god, that would be glorious.
I actually found new mods. Those exist.
But with Grendel, I reckon they need to go full strong fat. Like not just fat. He needs to be big and muscly. Like Saki mentioned, Thor from God of War. Perfect example of that. It's like this is someone who looks like a lumberjack. They're there not to look strong, but to be fucking strong. Mm-hmm. Like the sort of guy who could throw cabers.
So before we go into this, because it's been so long since I fought the blue one, what's the strategy with it? Because I know the red one, there's a special strategy. The yellow one, you just gotta endure.
I can't remember. It wasn't something to do.
Is this the one with he spawns little dudes and we have to attack the dudes and then attack him?
I think he creates copies, and there's little things on the belts of the. That's
and you can only attack them as your operator.
I'll probably be useless for this one then.
Both Saki and I have the big.
Well, there's also a bunch of ads that spawn with this, so as others are handling the mobs, you handle the assholes around.
That's fine. Wait, is this the one that spawns the big bubble around him that you gotta run in and shoot with the operator to get him to stop making the bubble?
No, I think that was the wolf. I remember.
Oh, is that the red one?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Take the Archon down.
I'll just get my little roar going and help people out where I can.
There you go. I finally got a fitting melee weapon for my Saren. I'm bringing the Verdelac, which is the whip.
Oh yeah.
I actually she's building.
I don't have
right
a riding
now.
props. On the Verdelac. The Verdelac or Saren?
Oh, the Saren. I acquired Saren Prime because I wanted to do Steel Path.
Yeah.
And I felt like she'd probably
I have
be the
a
best
nasty
option.
build on her. I just gotta deal with my mod situation. I have tiny legs, everybody. Sorry.
Which is why Reaper was perfect for you. You got to play as yourself.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I was going for the normal Saren, but that boss fight it's almost as annoying as the Equinox one. To me, at least.
Yeah, like people who play Saren absolutely disgusting.
Me!
Oh yeah.
People who play Saren absolutely disgusting, but I've not played her enough to really have a good handle. So I'm still learning with her.
Well, I was just going through
with the new skin. I might have to though. And I I do really love Frost though, so you expect to see more Daddy Captain. Once that scene's out.
Frost was Rhino and Frost were my two mains back in the day, and I'll still run Frost for defenses.
Well, now that they've buffed him, he is absolutely valid.
I like that his bubbles have health now instead of a timer.
Yep. I think they've had health for a while, but they used to be really rubbish. But now they are nice and cheap.
No.
Plus, with the right mods, he is disgustingly good. Like the mod which has him do extra damage against enemies afflicted with cold. It's like, I'm Frost. When are they not affected by cold?
Right.
If they're not affected by cold, I'm not doing my job.
I'll be so excited when we get freaking Relic Prime. I know she's coming out this year. She has to.
Alright, we got A done and sorted.
Yep. We're on our way to B.
We've been proper Canadians. We've done A.
Just
I'm
like
going to keep making that joke until someone finds it funny.
I mean, I find it.
What was that?
Was a good taste, Captain.
When Jez was alone in Repo before, she at one point said, "Oops, sorry," and Chuckles was wondering who's she apologizing to.
Yeah, it was while you were gone, and she was carrying like a tea kettle and hit it against the wall and goes, "Oops, sorry."
She's a darling little creature.
You all said you're getting B?
I think we got B.
Right. I shall dance for your victory.
You know what's funny is I was just going to do that too.
That you would actually really like his what do they call it? The heirloom skin they just put out for Rhino. I think.
Yeah, that's the helmet I'm wearing right now.
Fair enough. I thought you'd be wearing the body too.
I would, because it's a good chonky boy, but I didn't like the fact that it doesn't have as much customization as the Void Shell.
Yeah.
Yeah, those Void Shells can spoil you real quickly.
I think the only thing I don't like is the whole collar and whatnot makes him look subby, and it's like, to each their own. But it's like, no, I am not subby.
What I didn't realize until I was doing this Rhino build was the fact that whenever you choose his emission color, that changes the color on your helmet. So you could see, like, I went with red for part of his emission.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that changes the color on the helmet. I thought it just changed the color of, like, the abilities and stuff. Or not emission, but whatever the other one's called.
Yeah. I mean, some skins, it will change things other than, like, the actual powers. It's like, it's unusual, but alright.
I'm on my way. I'm sorry. I'm just got little leggies.
Are you sorry, though?
Littlest of leggies.
Yeah, I think he's done his horns. Yeah, like a bitch.
Oh, these are the ones that you said you could only shoot with your operator.
Yeah, I hear him popping. And then you can kill him with your warframe once you pop all the bubbles.
Alright, well, roar's up again, so there you go.
Hold on a minute, I will start spreading my spores.
Yeah, I'm trying to get everyone's stuff up.
Yeah, I think you can actually shoot them with your weapons, but you have to hit the shit on their belts.
Yeah, I was just doing damage to them. I didn't see where I was shooting, but I was getting numbers.
Yeah, they got a belt on that has like these crystalline bottles, and you need to pop them.
Holy shit, this Vesper pistol is fucking melting him.
Not a fan of the sucky tube.
Yay!
Don't like my movement being restricted.
The beatings will continue until morale improves.
Exactly.
We popping bottles? Yeah, we is.
I went with the Void Shell, that way I could still pay homage to, the name Rhino. Because, I mean, all these armors are beefcakes, but none of them, you know, make him look like a rhino, just a rhino beetle.
Yeah.
Which is a fun skin, but I'm not the biggest bug guy, so
I'm not either.
Unlike
Captain
someone
Bottles is early. Yeah. Hi, Displaced Nomad. Welcome in.
Hello there.
No Tau Forge.
I got a pineapple.
Yep, same. I think we all get the same thing, as well as a regular as your shard.
You got a sculpture?
Yep.
Yeah, the pineapple.
So if you slot it right, that's worth a shit ton of endo.
I've got so many sculptures I need to turn in that I just haven't, because I haven't needed the endo at the moment.
I've been looking at my poor freaking mods and stuff. I'm like, oh, you're gonna be expensive.
Yeah, but for me, it's like, I don't want to Forma again, and that's the point I'm at, where I have to Forma if I want to upgrade my mods, and I'm like, I hate leveling up over and over again.
The grind part of Warframe.
Yeah.
Stay a while. Stay forever.
Pretty fucking much, right?
It's like Hotel California. You know, you can check in anytime you like, but you can never leave.
Pretty fucking much.
Every time I hear that song, all I can think of is fucking Spoonie. Showing my age with that one. Because he used that with his old Ultima videos. That was a time. Imagine trying to explain Spoonie to the youngins these days.
That's true.
Be fun.
Yeah. Alright. Ash Prime Systems. I think I have some.
Speaking of leveling up. Oh, sorry.
Yeah? No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I was just going to equip my boar because I just bought the Incarnon for it, and unfortunately I sold it previously. So I got to level it up again.
Well, we're going to do some relic popping, so feel free to attach it so that you can...
Any relics in particular you're after?
We're going to be doing some Neo because I am looking for that Ash Prime Systems.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for the good sounds. Have a good day at work, Nightosphere.
And because we got Chuckers here, I know who exactly.
No pokey, Captain.
No
pokey me.
Do you all have Alaka frame?
Which frame?
What?
It's a side app that you can run on your second monitor, and it shows like relics and what they're vaulted and what you have out of them.
Oh, you think I have a second monitor?
Well, that's fair. Then I thought.
I read chat on my phone.
I was doing that for such a long time myself.
My desk is too small for another monitor.
Mine is barely big enough. So like the corner of my second monitor is cut off because I got a 227s.
Yeah. See, I have a hutch style desk.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like filled with action figures.
Because she has a mighty need.
I do.
If you ever get a second monitor, what you can do is not only with mastery and stuff, but you can like choose Neo and then sort by like platinum profit items you're missing, and it shows the icon if they're vaulted or not. So like if you're just trying to get void traces,
that's nice.
Yeah, so I like using that. So like for instance, it shows me my most Neo is Neo C4. I'm missing the Corvus Prime barrel, and I have everything else, but I have 8 of them. So I know I can run that one and
stack them vertically. No, I can't stack them vertically. There's a hutch little shelf above my monitor.
Hildren. Oh, this has Hildren Primer. Oh, I already have Hildren Primer optics. I got all excited for no reason.
Yeah, I'm trying to get all the Prime Warframes. I think I'm missing.
Sorry about that. I was getting my gear ready.
I know I'm missing Oberon. I know I'm missing.
I'm needing Radiant, so I'm just bringing any old shit.
Okay.
I have literally 0 Radiant.
Oh
yeah.
Shit.
Well, if you run a resource booster, it doubles it. By the way, like, well, actually more than that, because like the people I was playing with were only getting like 10, and I was getting like 60.
Nothing a screwdriver can't fix. Thanks, Orson.
Also, just so you know, Chuckers, I did bring someone specifically for you.
Ooh, I wonder who it is.
Eliminate all corpus threats.
Oh, that's who it is.
Yes!
And yes, I'm still wearing the head-on colors.
I was trying to figure out from the wiki just to get how to get her normally, and could not for the life of me figure it out. I kept trying to find that robot. She's on Fortuna, but you got to do something special with that giant crab robot, and I could not figure it out.
Is it? It's not Profit Taker. It would be.
I think it is Profit Taker.
Is she Profit Taker?
I think she came in with Profit Taker. I think that's correct.
That's some bullshit, because Profit Taker can suck my nuts, and I don't even have any.
There goes that fantasy.
The wiki was saying something like, you gotta like do a mission and get like a thermia cell or something, then lure her to a cave.
Oh no, that's not. That's the one quest or one mission, not the big open world Profit Taker, but like that one inside.
So basically, if you've maxed out your standing with Solaris United, you'll be able to go into a side room with Little Duck, which is the woman from the comic.
Yeah, I've got her.
And you talk with her as your operator. She won't talk to you as a warframe. And that's where you can trade, what are they called? Certain things you can find in the open world. My mind is drawing a blank there.
I can't remember, but I know what you're talking about because I had to farm them. You get it from like the spaceport and stuff.
Hildren, I brought the muscle mummy.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
To be fair, Hildren makes Steel Path a fucking joke.
Well, and that's why I was wanting her, because as much as I love Rhino, I can't get him built to take on Steel Path. Not well, at least.
Nah. Well,
it breaks my heart.
Once you've got enough stuff to your name, like arcanes and things like that, you'll be able to get him on Steel Path quite easily. But yeah, for a quick and easy way on Steel Path, Hildren, just because her pillage strips armor as well as shields, and armor is the biggest issue. Oh, there you go, Hildren Prime.
Oh, looky, Hildren Prime head.
Yeah, but that's the one I already have, unfortunately.
Ah, fair enough.
I do not have a Panthera Prime, though.
I don't have any of those three.
I'm not the biggest fan of the Panthera, but I mean, at the very least, that's more stuff for
Bro, who comes in, what, 2 days?
What comes in 2 days?
So.
40 void traces. Oh, but no, so the creature that you gotta fight for Hildren roams the open world, but you cannot physically do damage to it unless you trigger that thing in the cave. And I couldn't figure out what it was talking about. Because I tried to fight that thing for like an hour before.
Yeah, you know, that one quest that we tried to do, and we both rage quit on.
I know the creature you gotta fight more, it spawns by, I believe, the Temple of Prophet. And it has like the little coolant things that run behind it. That's what you have to kill to get the Hildren stuff.
Yep. I remember that. It's a pain in the butt.
Which is why I was contemplating buying her, but I wanted to be a good boy.
If you got the plat, you can find her on the Prime version. Actually, if you want, give me a moment. I'll look at my table, see if I've got any parts I can give you for the Prime version of Hildren.
I probably have a full Hildren.
Let me see what I even have for Hildren. But the reason why I also chose Saren was I was only missing her neuroptics, so I just purchased those.
Guess right. We need to bring Chuckers to the door.
Oh!
Yeah, I got a full Hildren as well.
I've got everything for her other than her blueprint. I didn't even realize that. I've got the Prime chassis, neuroptics, and the Prime stuff. I don't have her regular stuff.
Okay. So you just need the blueprint.
The master blueprint. Yeah, give me a moment. We'll see which of us has more. I've got two of the blueprints.
I only have one of the master.
Yeah. We'll go to the door and I'll give him one of my main Hildren Prime ones.
Well, it is going for 22 plat right now, so I will give you 25, and I'm not taking no
No,
for an answer.
no,
I'm not taking no
you-
for an answer.
You're giving me an ammo drum, you bastard. That's all you're giving me, and it's only because we can't do this for nothing. An ammo drum. That's all.
I got all day,
I'm
and you
wanting.
got to go to bed at some point.
Bastard.
Listen, I still got like 1,300
All right.
plat. 25 is just a penny in the barrel for me.
All right. Well, I won't fight it per se, but like I said, I'm more than happy with just an ammo drum. I'm not here to be like, oh, you owe me. Oh, so much plat, you bastard. Hildren Prime, Master Blue.
Here, I'll even sweeten the deal. Not only will you get an ammo drum, you'll get an ammo case as well.
Oh my god.
Certainly
Big
not because I have
spender
like
over
300
here.
of each.
No, just for that. Have a weapon too, you bitch.
Oh, you.
No, you're not giving me the plat for that. This will be
Oh,
plenty. This will be plenty.
Fine.
Oh my god.
You're evil.
There. Suck it.
Yeah, suck it real good. Da 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 da. Oh.
Da, 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 da. All right, so Hildren, what do I need to?
Yeah.
fully
And
build
this is the warframe way. The oldens look after the youngins.
Yeah.
When the youngins become the oldens, then it's your turn to
Yeah,
look after
but-
the youngins.
Listen, I've been playing this game for like 10 years, man. I am one of the old ones. I'm a little
I'm
slow,
not-
okay? I'm a little slow.
If you're doing it on and off, so you effectively count as an olden, as a youngin, just because of you've not put in as many hours as I have, because I'm a fucking tragic. Or Saki, who's a tragic in training.
What is my
Uh,
hours? Let me go look at this.
So you gave
What is
me
1,200 hours. Yay!
I gave you a master blueprint. I gave you the Larkspur,
Oh, the Lockspur.
which what that is? That's a Archwing weapon. But when you get the chance to put that modification into it, which allows you to use it on foot, because it's really fucking good. Especially when you use it with Hildren, you get extra ammo for it.
well, so I have the Larkspur crafting then, and then I can go ahead and clean the Saren Prime stuff. Sorry.
Alright.
Nope,
Before-
you're fine.
Before Saki can get started, I do not have 5,000 hours.
He's close. He's close.
He is close. He is close.
Thankfully not. I'm below 4,500.
So close.
Not by the greatest amount, but I am below 4,500.
He's closer than we are,
getting
even
there.
though it doesn't account my previous game hours or my hours on
Right.
PlayStation or Xbox.
Ah.
So I need 2 Argon crystals, but I'm not worried about those. I would much rather farm traces at the moment.
Well, at the very least, the most important part is now in your possession.
Yes.
Yeah. And you never know. We might get some Argon when we run through these.
If there's any of these in the void,
Yeah,
Love
we
it.
got a survival Neo.
we could do that.
Nope. Did not mean to pull up Steam. I meant to pull up you.
No.
Is this the survival?
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, let me switch to Necros real quick.
We just change a few things.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hardest part, is adapting to everything new. Because it's like, I know what worked 7 years
Yeah.
ago, but there's so much that's changed
Yeah.
since then.
Yeah.
Well, they've been
Uh-huh.
doing so many adjustments and stuff now.
No. At least they haven't done like a full revamp like they have with say Payday 2 some years ago. They completely revamped how weapons worked, and all the weapons I used to love are now fucking worthless. Look at you, author PPK.
I'm just happy
Right.
that they stopped tweaking melee. I hated
Yeah.
that whenever they went through
Yeah.
like 4 melee changes in a year.
hmm
The directional melee was by far the worst. Whenever they like got rid of the bullet jumping or whatever it was that they had at the time, and instead you melee.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was awful.
Right, and just for you, I now have the manly bum cleavage.
The manliest of bum cleavage.
I love it.
You love it, isn't it great?
And this is, of course, with the rhino horns on him. So now he's extra horny.
Nice.
I know what I am.
So I think for the boar Carnon, I'm gonna try since it's not really. I don't know. I did the one where it increases like 12% per pellet, but I think I'm gonna go with blast on it and go against the grain with where everybody goes corrosive and everything.
Well, a lot of these effects recently had an update, and blast is really bloody nice now.
So it would be good to go blast anyways.
Oh look, some Archon.
Yeah, just grab some.
I mean,
which is just enough
it wasn't
the booster.
It wasn't all that long ago that the only thing people ever went for was viral, and viral's still good. Don't get me wrong, but viral's no longer the one and only that works.
Yeah.
Like corrosive now works quite well, as you've seen, but so does blast. I'm still not the biggest fan of magnetic, but then again, I don't have much problems with enemies with shields. Like the corpus aren't a big issue for me. It's armor. Armor is by far the biggest pain in the ass in this game. But again, that's why Hildren is such a fucking monster in Seal Path.
Which, speaking of which, at a later date, I may or may not need your all's help with my Lich, because I've been sitting on him for a year. I have a video recording of him. I died, respawned, got my iron skin. It was like 20,000, and he stripped it in, I kid you not, less than 2 seconds. 20,000 iron skin. He? 4. He's not even the highest tier yet.
Well, at some point,
he's corrosive and a beast.
Well, we'll get our own liches, get them up to the point where we can take them to space, help you out, then we can, because we can't help you with that last bit until unless we all have liches.
Yeah.
Then we'll go up into space, all three of us, and we'll fuck up our liches.
That's fine, because that gives me time to rebuild my railjack, or not rebuild, but build it up.
Oh hell yeah!
Burn through the bitches and fuck all the liches.
Because as we were last time we played, for some reason it likes making my railjack the one that we use.
Well, it's only because you're the one that's the leader of the party.
Yeah, if you're the party lead, then it's your railjack.
Oh, okay. See, last time I thought Saki was the party lead, and it still gave.
And then, well, we had a host migration.
No, which is always
and
it
changed who was the party lead. Yeah.
Okay.
That happened to me and Captain before, because he was a party lead, and then it did a host migration, and it became my ship.
Which is like, the Psyche ship is in a good spot. Don't get me wrong, but it's like I do miss the Takara Bune when I don't have her in space.
I mean, the Jabberwock holds her own.
The Jabberwock's perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with the Jabberwock. But it's like
I did so much intrinsic grinding for that son of a bit too.
I think for me it's just a case of I like being the one of the pilots seat. Now it's like, no, it's your ship. It's your ship. You're the captain of that ship. I'm not gonna usurp you on that.
Even though I kick you off the steering of your own ship.
Well, see, for me, honestly, I enjoy the front gunner more than piloting the ship. As cool as piloting the ship is, I like making things go through.
I fucking love piloting. It's my favorite thing. So I need to do more space games on stream. I wish I could do Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, but way too much licensed music in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have a copyright mode, I'm assuming.
They do have a streamer mode, but if you've never played Rebel Galaxy or Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, the music is such an important part of the style of the theme. It's like, I just feel like I'll be doing a disservice not playing it with the music.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like Cyberpunk where it's like, all right, they blocked like 3 songs. I can live with that.
Yeah, it's not really. many songs in Cyberpunk I give a shit about anyway, so that's not an issue.
Hell, some of my VODs still get muted for the royalty-free music I have.
Yeah, I mean, Atomic Heart was hit for fucking Soviet Lullaby.
Yeah.
It's like, you motherfucker.
Well, Bioshock, the first one,
yeah.
the old-timey radios will get you copyright struck.
Fucking, Twitch is so fucking pathetic. Why are we on Twitch?
Well, I mean, it's not like YouTube. You don't hear me saying this right now.
Yeah, YouTube's got some bullshit as well.
But they allow like we've done some shorts that we've had music in the background, and it doesn't get flagged. And I've noticed that like a lot of people do videos and stuff, and it seems like as long as you keep the song under like a few seconds,
yeah,
like maybe 30 or so. Ooh, Nautilus or Inaros? Oh no. What do you all recommend?
An Aros. Probably an Aros if you don't have him. An Aros is really fucking nice.
Yeah.
But
he used to be pretty bad, but they've given him some buffs, and he's.
Are we doing more?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Just making sure.
Yeah, I'm using up all the relics I bought with Aya right now.
I mean, if I was a bigger fan of the mummy aesthetic, I'd probably play an Aros a lot more, because his kit is actually fun. It's just mummies don't do it for me.
Fair enough.
I do.
Yeah, different sort of mummies, well, or making them into mummies definitely does it for me. Hey, what?
Why haven't I been spawning? Oh, did you all see in my chat where I had mentioned what I figured out with Necros?
No, I didn't see. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't care if somebody reads my chat or not. But you can heal.
I do read it, but I forget shit so fucking quickly.
You're good. I don't get upset about that, regardless. But
that's good.
You heal your summons if you hit your 4 before they die.
Yes, I remember you saying, yeah.
I didn't realize that until I was farming plastids, and I had one of the syndicates send a bunch of MOAs after me. And so whenever I summoned, it called all the MOAs in, and I'm like, why have they not died? Like, we're like 10 minutes into this. How have they not died yet? And I noticed when I was casting my ability, it was healing them back to full health. So whenever you cast your ability before they die, it heals them. So you can prolong, like if you get an Eximus or something like that, you can keep them alive for as long as possible, as long as you just keep hitting your 4th ability.
Oh, fuck yeah, I got 2 Harrow chassis.
Nice. Hey, listen, they saved you a while ago. I remember that.
They did.
But yeah, with Necros, my build has only just been for farming, so I never learnt much about his summon ability. So it's like now that I don't really need him I do want to try building him for fun rather than for farms.
Mm-hmm.
So
magnetic also hits overguard too. Yeah.
Which is handy. But yeah, it's like I said, it tends to be, for me, it tends to be more armor that fucks with me. So it's like, corrosive, blast, you're my boys.
Get mad at that cassowary. That cassowary is a good boy.
I get that, but like, whenever I'm farming and just doing by myself, I just keep the Necros farm build, and normally you kill like a Jade Eximus or something like that, and then you can just kind of stand in place and let them do all the work for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just my Mel build doesn't have much in the way of duration, so it's like I haven't bothered to learn much about the 4 because in case of all my summons aren't going to last very long anyway. But now, like I said, now that I don't need them for farming anymore, I should build them for fun.
That would be great.
I do need he's along with Saren. He's one I probably should spend a bit more time learning.
Yeah, I don't know much about Necros, other than he has no butt.
Hey, listen, he can hear you. He's in the lobby right now. Gonna be mean to him to his face.
Well, guess what? You need to do some squats, good sir, because you got no ass.
All right, well, fine, where are you at? Where are you at? I'll do squats for you.
Meanwhile, our Rando probably has the most glorious of the man buns.
Absolutely.
Sevagoth Prime.
There you go, Saki.
He's fucking cheeked up.
Look at you with your flat ass. I think Dante has a bigger ass than you.
No.
Yeah, you just keep squatting.
Man.
Keep it up. You ain't gonna get them glutes by not doing that.
Why do you think I got the boar so I can overcompensate?
Valid.
Speaking of Dante, what ability do you get from helmets? Because I was watching somebody the other day, and it looked like they had Dante's ability on Rhino because he wasn't recasting Iron Skin, but his overshield kept going up and up. Like anytime it would go down, it would go back up, and he was solo.
So in order for me to do get the overshield, it's actually 2 spells. Because Dante works with a spell system, so I cast 1 spell, then I cast another spell, and then I do my 4, and it creates a 3rd spell.
So I would have to go back and rewash it then.
To do the overguard, it's my light spell, and then I do that spell twice, and then hit 4, and that does an AoE to give everybody overguard.
So it makes me wonder what he was using then, because it's not like Iron Shrapnel where you can just recast Iron Skin over and over again. He was doing something that it was just like raising his overshield, because I mean that's what they changed Iron Skin to now.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. Iron Skin is overshield now.
Yeah.
So he may have just been casting his Iron Skin.
See, I haven't run Iron Shrapnel, so I assumed it was something different. But yeah, I don't know if there's an animation for when you do Iron Shrapnel or not, because I went for overall strength versus, damage with the Iron Skin.
God damn it!
So what are you trying for? And I could see about running the Relic.
Ash Systems. Ash Prime System.
Let me see if I have any relics for that. That's one thing I
Dante Subsoon is just the slash. Okay.
Ash.
I got 2 more with the systems in it.
I don't have anything for Ash.
Well, he's currently unvolted. That's why I went and spent a bunch of Aya on him, because he does not get unvolted often.
I've only got his chassis and his new optics. Those options.
I didn't click it fast enough. I'm sorry.
You're fine, honey.
At the very least, you'll get void traces.
Yeah, that's all I'm pretty much doing this for, because I've only got 100 right now.
I was capped out, so I had to spend some.
I'm not gonna lie, this boar kind of it screws. This boar kind of screws, and it's I don't even have it that modded. How do you use the Incarnate version?
Well, once you get that bar in the middle built up, you hit the middle mouse button and it'll activate it.
Yep.
Oh, that is so fucking dope. Sorry.
I've never used the I don't think I even have the boring Incarnate version. Something you probably should work on at some point. But yeah, the other Incarnates I have are pretty fucking badass.
I may or may not have Googled on Reddit what the best Incarnons were and then bought the top tier. Well, they had a list of the top tier ones, and Boar was on that list, and it was the only top tier one that somebody's list had that he was selling currently. I was like, only 120 plat? That's a steal. Heck, just to buy the boar from the shop is $250.
Well,
is that the boar, just the plain old boar?
That's just the plain old boar is $250 from the shop.
Oh, do you have the boar prime?
No, can the Archon go on the prime?
Yep.
Yes. My Epitaph Prime has an Incarnate on it.
You guys can't see it, but I am freaking the hell out right now because that is new information. That is lovely information to me.
Yeah. As long as you have it for that weapon, it does not matter. So, if there was a Wraith one, the Ignis Wraith, it does not matter what version of the Wraith.
Yeah.
All versions of the Wraith will
Which
be
is
able to use
why you guys told me to buy the Ignis Wraith from Varro whenever he had it.
Well, that plus the Ignis Wraith is so fucking rare anyway. It's one of the few chances you can get it, but it is really good. But I mean, if you, I don't know if it has an Incarnate version yet, but if it does, it's you put it on that one. Don't put it on the regular.
Yeah, it's just one of those that I know has many different ones.
But I will have to go
but, yeah.
for the boar prime then.
But yeah, like this Cerberus, it has multiple ones. I know that for sure, and it has an cannon, so you can put on a Cerberus, a Deck Cerberus, or Cerberus.
Hello? Hi, Wolfie! Hello,
Wolfie.
Raiders!
Hello.
I have Wados.
You do have raiders. So waiters.
Wados. Alright, protect me while I do this.
She has waders, so therefore she can stand in deep water.
Yeah, she's gonna go farm cranberries.
Oh.
Actually, I wouldn't do that. Dude,
You afraid of the wolf spiders?
yeah, dude, because that's what somebody pointed out. They're like, well, whenever you flood the ponds, you know, they go to where water not is, and guess what? The only thing where water not is you.
Yep. Hello, Raiders. Hello, you. If you don't know who I am, I'm Nightmare Sakito. I'm an indigenous unicorn VTuber that plays a lot of Warframe, and I'm pretty awesome, I think.
Well, you can get the rest from the dojo now. You never used to be able to. It was only just the regular Ignis. I must have changed that.
Well,
yeah, I'm fucking down for that.
I remember whenever it was the Ignis was the top gun in the game back in the day. Whenever they released it in the clan dojo and you had to go through, what was it, the Ogress? I know you needed one for the other. It was either the Ogress for the Ignis or the Ignis for the Ogress. But
they have a few weapons like that, which is a pain in the ass.
It is.
Yeah.
But I remember we used to do ODD, and we went so many waves back then that it would actually crash the server. So like we would go to 60 frames in ODD because they had a lot more enemies back then. And we would do 60 waves, and it was using Vaughn, Necros, and everybody had an Ogress, and we would stand on those pillars. Of course, they blocked you. You can't stand on the pillars anymore.
What are you playing? You're playing Bomb Rush Cyberfunk.
What's
the
that?
hell is that?
I have a feeling that's something I've looked at and I'll be like, oh, that looks like that might be fun.
Oh, you have to run? It's a massive storm? Okay, honey, you be safe, okay?
You look out yourself.
Love you, Wolfie. Please, if you're not following Wolfie, you really should. Wolfie is an amazing streamer and a Warframe guru.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Like, Wolfie has everything in the game.
I like that we got relics every time. Oh, Forma. I could always use more Forma. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. You got my relic. No.
Look, it's an Icarus part. I already have fucking 2 off.
You're fine, Techlax. Hello, how are you? Alright, this is my last one.
I'm on T7 because I don't have the Hero Prime chassis. Even though I get plenty of Hero chassis, I don't have the Prime.
Right. And the game was pretty much Jet Set Radio-like. Okay.
Yeah, it's got that style. I mean, I don't know if it plays like Jet Set Radio, but it's like, it looks interesting, but I'm always cautious these days. It's like, is it good? So,
yeah, right?
So, we'll have to, when Wolfie's not running away from storms, which I've been fucking fairly on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to poke Wolfie on that and say, so, any good?
How was it? Yeah. But seriously, like, Wolfie is... Like, if you need anything or need any information, Wolfie is like the wiki personified. I would trust her with any and all knowledge she can give you with Warframe. Seriously.
And as a South African, she actually kicks the shit out of the English, so it's like, we mesh on that too. She's
married to an Englishman.
Alright, and who do you think wears the pants? No. That's I'm being a smartass. Her hubby's actually a really, really cool bloke as well.
Yes.
I'm just being a tit.
You know,
I'm being Australian.
It doesn't matter what color I make Necros' ability, I still think the people I summon are enemies.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I like there have been times I'm sitting there like smacking on some guy and I'm like, why won't you die? And then I realize, oh, he has swirlies. He's a Necros baby.
I wouldn't mind at all if they expanded that a bit more.
Well, I saw one whenever somebody was using them, and they had like lines traced to the other guy that was running a Necros. I don't know how he did that, or if that's something they did. Like, I don't know if you guys see that. Like, lines running from me to my creations. Like, whenever the people just facing the Archon hunt. You know how you see who the target? I saw that on another Necros the other day, and so I don't know if they did that to try and make it easier.
Maybe? I don't know, we still try to beat up the Necros clone babies.
I do too. It was a nightmare with that other
There's
Necros,
a reason your Necros energy is neon pink.
It doesn't help. I've tried multiple colors. My brain just sees enemy and goes fight it.
I mean, until I started streaming and I end up with a captain persona, I will admit my Hydroid power was always white because I'm a fucking child. And it's like spooge for you and spooge for you, and guess what? Spooge for you too.
You know what's funny is I was legitimately thinking about just doing that, making it white, because I just built and got Hydroid.
Yeah.
Like 2 days ago.
Hydroid used to be. I loved him even when he was shit. But when they did their first revamp of him, I was like, yes, he's fucking cool as shit. And a bit later, they're like, yeah, let's have another revamp. I'm like, I'm not upset by this, but I didn't need it. But if it's another buff, so okay. Now my Hydroid is fucking disgusting.
Your Lavos energy is white. I saw that. I was scratching my foot because it was like itchy, and I had to take my hand off my mouse.
You're good. I just came through. It just started swinging.
I saw that. I was like, I just see you swinging through.
I might activate some life support.
Oh shit! Yeah, we gotta be doing that, huh? We're all just having happy murder sprees.
Yeah, admittedly, I haven't been paying attention, and my Desecrate keeps I guess gotta keep getting nullified, and I don't catch it. Normally I catch it because, you know, you don't have the constant sucky sound of all the orbs and stuff going into you from Equilibrium.
I swear, if I don't get Ash's stuff here, we're gonna have to go to Maru's.
That'd be a cool bar name.
As someone who's been hunting the Carius Master Blueprint for this fucking long, I feel you.
You call yourself the Milkman? Oh my god, I could see that with Lavos.
I mean, I still see him as Italian coded, so it's like, yeah, it's valid. Although I don't know if I could play Lavos without repeating, "You break it to spaghetti, I'm breaking your face."
You're not supposed to break the spaghetti.
You're not?
No.
Chakis is on my side on this.
But
you're not supposed to break spaghetti.
But you get more in the pan that way. I'm fat. I need more food.
No, you're supposed to let it cook down.
And then what? I don't think that makes any sort of difference.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
No, and of course it's when I got the hair. Fine.
I've got a Harrow Prime chassis if you really need.
No, it's fine. It's the common drop on this relic, so it's no biggie. I've got 7 more of these, so.
Alright, so are we done with this?
Yeah.
Because I haven't got enough traces to upgrade my boy again.
We can head out.
Because yeah, I would still need that fucking Icarius. It's the oldest relic. It's the oldest relic I don't have, and I don't know how long before Gauss and the shit gets vaulted.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get all that before it gets vaulted.
No, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I've been working on farming keys. That way, like, if stuff I want gets vaulted, you know, I can go back and get it later.
Yeah. I'm still seeing a whole bunch of old keys, so old relics. So never hurts to ask. I might have something. The only problem is I'm constantly out of fucking void tracers because I'm usually doing that shit. So it's like you may need to be patient with.
Why are you in my room?
You know, I understand why they did it.
Because you didn't lock the door.
That's
But-
exactly why. Hello, baby.
In my personal opinion, the worst change to Warframe ever was changing the void from the keys to the relics. I loved that old void system.
It's a bit weird too, just seeing the void being such an easy place to get into, because it used to be like it was an event. It was like you could only get into the void with the keys, so you didn't see this architecture.
No, and it made it so unique because you would get the keys and then you would get to access all those special rooms and everything, and it felt special. Now, like you said, it's just it's.
So you're building Ash now?
Oh, I got my Ash Prime systems cooking.
Do I have anything for multi-shot? I've got Hell's Chamber.
Hi, Golan. How are you doing this morning, buddy?
I don't know.
What do I want to put on this boar?
Let's see here. So you wanted what part was it that you needed, Cap?
The Carius Prime Master Blueprint. If you don't have that, there's plenty of other shit I still need to get done.
Karis Prime Barrel. Karis Prime Receiver. Karis Prime Link. Karis Prime. I have 13 relics with the Karis Prime blueprint.
Master Blueprint? Alright.
Yep.
If you want to pop those, I won't say no.
Yep, I can upgrade them right now.
I guess I'll throw point blank on there for now, but I would like to increase, because I'm guessing with the Incarnon for boar, given you get status chance per pellet, you want to increase your chance for multi-shot as much as possible. So I guess I need to find other multi-shot mods besides Hell's Chamber.
You're welcome.
Well, that's if they'll let them stack, too.
That is true. I didn't think about that.
Because some of them won't let you stack, even though they do similar things.
Ooh, I have Prime point blank. Let's go. What's it going to cost?
Alright, so Miso is the one we're going to get ready to do.
Yep. Let me change my frame to someone who's not as slow. I do like
Also-
Frost, but he's not a quick boy.
Listen, I'm used to not playing quick boys.
Jesus!
Yes, my
Loves
child.
the
Mary and
little
Joseph.
children.
Yeah. Well, I did have
Like,
money.
I'm in very different directions there.
Oh,
I have
did-
12 Argon crystals from that run.
Oh,
Nice.
is it worth it? Is it worth it? I don't know.
All right. Since we got appreciators of Dommy mummies, I suppose I know I need to bring.
So I can max out my Prime point blank. However,
Nice.
it would leave me with less than 100,000 credits and less than 2,000 info. I would be completely poor. Oh. Let's not max it out. How much does my max point blank give me right now? 90%. So let's get it over 90 and then we can upgrade the other ones. And then I can hurt my soul later.
Nothing some hex bounties won't fix. I mean, true. The hex bounties do give a lot.
Yeah.
And they're really easy to do, which is also nice.
Mm-hmm. Right, I'm good for lightning speed. Not one of the commonly fast ones, but this is a fun one. And it used to be one of my mains.
Satisfying to watch you.
It still would be, but I don't have to worry too much about being tanky anymore. I got all the mods and what I need to be fucking disgusting in other ways,
Mm-hmm.
and not just with my sense of humor.
And let's do Chilling Grasp. I can max that out
Alright.
before I have to form a...
All right, now we'll tell a little story about how dark my sense of humor is, but I will need a bit of explaining. Back in the 70s, there was a Australian entertainer by the name of Rolf Harris, did a lot of kids stuff. He ended up being huge in Britain, like so he left us, went to the UK. One of his trademark things was he did songs with a wobble board, just like sheet, not quite metal, but like you wobble about it and makes the noise.
Yeah, the washing.
I had to get my heart scanned the other day, and while I was before going, Rolf Harris some years ago was found it to be a fucking nonce. He was a pedophile. He's
oh no.
One of several covered by the BBC. He's not as bad as Jimmy Savile, but not unlike Jimmy Savile.
Interrupt. Would you all prefer Vauban or Frost?
Either way.
Whatever you're feeling. Anyway, so
it's level 18 to 20. You'll be fine.
Yeah, you'll be more than fine. Bring something you want to level up.
Well, I just know that people get annoyed with Vauban now because how close range abilities are and stuff. But I like him.
I've never seen anyone get upset with Vauban unless you're doing shit like you're purposely dropping like the speed things where people don't want them. But it's like typically if you're using like the shrapnel grenades and things like that, you're gonna be fine.
No,
I'm surprised they haven't reduced them either, Orson.
I just use Bastille, and I've had quite a few people get upset with me because they're like, "Oh, you're messing with my abilities and stuff because you're keeping them so far away."
Those are people that need to. Those are people that probably came from Destiny.
Yeah, I play plenty of Vauban, and I've never seen anyone get upset. And honestly, if they did, I would just fucking tell them pound sand. I'll deploy mine as well.
Oh no! When you deploy yours, it overrides the other one.
I didn't realize he had the exact same.
It's fine. It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was the same thing. I thought you were at a different school. Oh.
Yeah, no, I use because of Rhino. I use Zenarak.
For you, Saki.
Oh, the Dami cage.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, going back to the story, when I was getting my heart scanned, like the sound my heart was making, it sounds exactly like a fucking wobble board. And while I was doing that, my face was, I was lying on my side facing the wall while the technician was going over it. Now, apparently, everyone makes the comparison to Rolf Harris, but I made a laugh by saying, "I know I'm too old for him, but I'm still nervous if he's in the room."
Wow.
That's my sort of humor. Yes, I will make joke about fucking nonsense.
Wow, that's wrong.
Oh, so's Rolf Harris. Yeah,
that's true. But I think maybe the reason, Orson, they haven't lowered the endo is because of all the changes they've been doing to mods and stuff, that they're trying to encourage people to mod and play with builds more. So by giving out so much endo and stuff as a bounty reward, it kind of helps make people do that. That's just my theory. My game theory.
Matt Pat is such a twat. Sorry.
Apologize.
As a history nerd, he just triggers the fuck out of me.
You're a history nerd as well.
Yeah. No, there's For Honor videos where fucking atrocious, like insultingly bad. Basically, his first one, he did funded. Like it was what's it called? When someone pays you, sponsor. You're sponsored by Ubisoft to do. So it's a case of if you're being sponsored, you should put the effort in. His video was supposedly about a breakdown of Vikings, knights, and samurai in the 11th century. Biggest load of pig shit I've ever fucking heard. As far as he was concerned, Vikings were all brain dead idiots who come from a frozen land. They didn't never wore metal armor because it would rust. They never used horses. They didn't use shields. Absolute fucking horseshit off the highest fucking order. They had plenty of metal armor. The ring mail was very much a common thing for them. How they suffered from rusting? They knew how to use fucking oils. They're famous for fucking using shit. They say, I don't know how you could mix that up. And yes, they didn't bring horses with them on their longboats. That's why when they made landfall, they stole other people's horses and used those. And their lands were far from fucking frozen. They had an overpopulation issue. That's why they were raiders. But yes, the knights, basically going with the Hollywood idea that knights are all just brain dead fucking idiots. they don't train. They don't learn how to use their weapons properly. They just basically get in heavy armor and just hit each other with swords. It's like, no, they have whole treatises. They have training manuals, tons and tons of training manuals on how to fight properly. They even have one with smart-ass comments. End them rightly is a famous one. Then with the samurai, opposite problem. Sucking them off too hard, and as is three different major HEMA YouTubers end up having come to it. One talking about the knights, one talking about the Vikings, one talking about the samurai, and the one who was talking about the samurai was like, mate, these are all 15th century weapons and armor and whatnot you're attributing to them. This isn't 11th century. They don't have this shit, and they won't for another 400 years. The fuck are you doing?
Right. Counterpoint. It was Ubisoft sponsorship, right?
That's true. I mean, but you think it'd be worth some money. They weren't as he wasn't as bad with when he did Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It wasn't as bad. You actually put some effort in. It's up to the whole idea that the Norse were just fucking animals.
Yeah.
That they knew how to make weapons and armor and all that. They're kind of famous for how good their fucking axes were.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's my rant.
No, you're fine, sweetie.
That's one thing. Let me ask this before I say it. Are you all interested in Ubisoft sponsorship in the future whenever you get bigger?
Ubisoft can kiss my balls.
I don't think they're going to be around for much longer at this rate anyway.
No,
listen,
I don't
Ubisoft, Blizzard, and probably EA, I am on their hit list.
Yeah.
Well,
Activision can absolutely suck each of my nuts.
Let me preface this by saying I think Ubisoft is one of the best AAA developers that exists for what they do. Especially compared to the others, but it's choosing the lesser of two evils. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They're still not that good, but they're not the worst.
I mean, you can still like their stuff. We're not going to judge them for that.
Well, their games are enjoyable. However, I have from favorite people I enjoy watching that talked about sponsorships with them is they are extremely, extremely particular about what goes in your video if you're doing a sponsorship with them, and will make you redo everything if they do not like it. They're not like other sponsors where it's just like, don't be profane, stuff like that. They will pick apart your video, and if you say something they don't approve of, or say something that they don't think is right, then they will go back and make you redo it. So that might not have been on him entirely. That might have been what Ubisoft wanted him to put in the video.
That's fair, but in which case Ubisoft can fucking suck it. It's like, I when it comes to history, teaching history,
Ubisoft do the Assassin's Creeds?
Yes.
Yep.
Well, motions to the more recent one that was supposed to come out.
Shadows. It's still coming out. But
okay, I was like, motions to this historical hot mess that's not accurate.
But see,
I mean, sorry, you first.
I was gonna say my thing about that is like I never cared about the historical accurate Assassin's Creed. I just wanted a good and fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you start bringing in a story, especially with the Japanese history,
no, if they're very particular.
I will give you that if you're going to base the game on real things.
Oh, I'll fucking have
then it should. Right? It should, in fact, be accurate.
That's what was missing for the Nautilus.
But I meant, like, Ezio, what is it,
Yeah.
Sistine Chapel? Like they did like a full real work of that, and I thought that was cool, but the rest of the game was based in fiction. With this, it's like they're trying to base it on historical accuracies.
Yeah. Yeah, which is
and even then, it's not.
Which is where I've got nothing wrong with stuff that doesn't be historically accurate. I only have an issue when they start to pretend that they are historically accurate. They're not.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like my stance is you either full whole hog, like say how they call it, fucking Kingdom Come Deliverance, or you just have fun with it. Like I know this is a movie, but my best example of it is Knight's Tale.
Mm-hmm.
Knight's Tale isn't even trying to pretend to be historically accurate, but that's fine by me. It's when they like the early Assassin's Creeds, I was fine with them as they were, because they did do a lot of historically accurate things, but they're also like, this is also about a plot about ancient aliens and whatnot. It's like, okay, it's like I can accept that. That's fair enough. They're not trying to have their cake and eat it too with historic accuracy. But when people start asking questions about shadows, like with Yasuke and all that, it's like I at first I didn't have any real problems with them having Yasuke and all that. It's like it's just a case of just make a good story. When they started pushing the whole idea of it's all based on historical accuracy, and the people who are questioning it all big as this at the other, which some are. I'm not going to say otherwise, but it's a case of all right. Well, now you're going to have to bring your A game, and now it's turned out that a lot of what people know about Yasuke now is based on bullshit. There was a single guy, is a scholar who is in Japan, but he's not Japanese. Single scholar who's been single-handedly editing the Wikipedia based on his own writings. Writings which he stands by so well that his papers in English are completely different than what they are in Japanese. All the stuff he says about Yasuke, like things like how after Nobunaga was killed, he was the one who kept the head of Nobunaga out of enemy hands because of an honor thing. It's like there's no mention anywhere except this guy's papers.
Hi, Flugo. Good morning.
And sure enough, hello, Flugo. Flugo's also good stuff. And sure enough, in the Japanese version of his writings, there was no mention of Nobunaga's head or anything like that. So it's a case of you've now based this on propaganda and bollocks, and it's a case of I won't put that entirely on Ubisoft, but it's a case of you can't have your cake and eat it too. I have a similar problem with, say, Battlefield 1. So Battlefield 5, perfect example. If with the whole cyborg woman as a British officer, it's like if they said we're just having fun with history and whatnot, don't take it too seriously, I would have been I'm good with that. But when they turn around and start parading and saying that people who don't believe that women fought in the front lines are all just evil woman haters and things like that, it's like I looked at the fan base at the time and they were saying, why didn't they make her a Soviet? It's like I was like, yes, that would have made perfect sense. Not only did the Soviets field women soldiers, but they would have had no problems fielding someone who was missing an arm. It's like, can you still work a gun? Yes, right, to the front lines with you.
Right.
But like that's what I was getting at is like Assassin's Creed was good because they didn't take it seriously at first, and it was a fun game, so I didn't care about the historical accuracy. But now that they're coming out and saying that it's for sure historically accurate, that's where my problems
make
come
it
in.
Historical fiction, not fact.
I kind of miss like the glory days, like 2 and Brotherhood, probably my favorites of the whole franchise. Where like you find out things like say the moon landings were a Templar plot. It's like, okay, that is fucking funny. I love that shit. But it's like, they're having fun with it. They weren't trying. So it's like they had like architecture was spot on and that sort of thing. But they were like don't use this in your history exams, kids.
Yeah.
Or
it's like if you want the truth, look it up yourself. Some of you see here is correct. Some of you see is not. Just have fun with it. It's like, okay, I'm good with that. That's my shit. That's my jam.
Or
not too bad for you. So we're in a bit of a rant.
Yeah, I'm still getting over my sickiness.
But I mean, even with the aliens, I mean that plays into modern conspiracy theories, which I'll be honest, part of me believes in, because it's like not to go too far off track, but the oldest human remains are 275,000 years old. You're telling me how far we've come in the past 1,000 years, that for 270,000 years that we just beat sticks on rocks. So I mean, I fully believe that there was like an ancient peoples, or I'm not saying aliens, but so like whenever Assassin's Creed did that, I'm like, this is so cool.
A little bit. I kind of went the other way. When I was playing through the first game, I was kind of hoping, because they were talking about the Apple of Eden, I was like, are they going to go with the idea of Christian mythology being the real history? It's like I don't believe in that. I don't believe in like the 5,000-year-old Earth or anything like that. But it's like that would have been kind of fucking cool if we're going to be dealing with angels and shit. So it's fun. I mean, that's a personal preference thing. It's like that. It's like that would have been cool.
Google, I'm trying.
But I was like, yeah, it's like that's the sort of thing you should do when it comes to historical stuff. Either that, or you go the full ham hog, like Kingdom Come Deliverance, where the first game is used as a teaching tool in the University of Prague, because of how much effort they put into it. But it's like the moment you start doing it one way and you pretend it's the other, it's like blow it out your ass. History, we have how many problems with historical accuracy in our day-to-day life anyway. It's like we don't need this shit. We do not need this shit.
I will say, I don't consider this a spoiler because it's been well over 10 years.
Yeah. Well, we just mentioned Ancient Aliens and Assassin's Creed. I think we're beyond spoilers now.
Well,
right.
I was just because it's like a major plot point, but then again, it's also in the third game, and we're on like game 20 now.
Yeah.
Their biggest mistake, and no, don't leave me. Okay, sorry. Their biggest mistake was getting rid of Desmond, and then switching to this one where they're like one or two off outside world characters, and they don't give them time to be fleshed out or care for them.
Yeah.
I just feel like after Desmond, like I didn't care at all about what happened outside of, the mental program or whatever it's called. I forgot.
I used to be huge into it. I think Revelations was when I first really fell off, because it's like Constantinople. Fucking hell, that sounds really cool. Like especially at that time of history when there was that many different peoples, religions, whatnot, there all vying against each other. It's like that could be really cool. And I spent most of the game just following characters around while they talk to me. It's like but every now and again, like while I've been playing it, the series wins me back. Like I actually loved Syndicate. I'm one of the very rare people who did fucking love Syndicate, largely because it kind of reminded me of a Night Owl. It went back to the we're just having fun, guys, kind of thing. I even loved how one of the characters, Jacob, he refused to give a shit about any of the big plots. He wanted to run a gang in London, and at one point, like he refused to have anything to do with the main plot until they fixed the grappling hook. It's like, I want a fucking grappling hook. We're not doing shit until we repair this grappling hook. It's like, yeah, what? I love this guy.
That mood valid.
But three kind of sticks out to me as a fair bit too, because it's like American history is one of those blind spots for me. So it's like this is where they could interest me. And as I was going through it, sorry, you first.
I was scratching my foot. Sorry.
Sorry. I was gonna say, surprisingly, I actually wasn't that big of a fan of 3, for the simple fact that there wasn't any character development. It was just 100% revenge, and in the end, it felt like you accomplished nothing.
Well, the plot, like the way it played, was so fucking dumb. Like the whole Charles Lee and all that. So he says, you know what, I'm gonna read myself, and sure enough, it was bullshit. Like vast majority of it was bullshit. It's like, god damn it. So it actually did encourage me to learn more about American history, but probably not the way they wanted. Like the Charles Lee thing, like I read up on, because like the way they had him in the game, like he was frothing at the mouth, turbo racist, like hated natives with a passion, this that the other, and I like how I can't remember his name now, Connor. Yeah. He had such a hard on for him that even after it was revealed that he was not the one that attacked his people's village, he still wanted to kill him, even though he found it was old Georgie boy himself who was responsible. So
Well,
it's like he has a bit of a spat about that. I looked that up. Oh, sorry, you first.
Well, I was gonna say that's what I didn't understand. Like it just, I felt like the writing was done so poorly. I thought the game was fun. The game itself was fun, but I just did not enjoy Connor at all.
Nah, well, a large part of it is the original writer long since buggered off, so that's a large part of it. Like the one who made, like especially 2 and Brotherhood, so fucking good. But so I looked it up, and like Charles Lee's not is anyone amazing, anyone great. He's a bit of a tit, but like he had a native wife and kids through her. I was like, I found nothing to show that he was that sort of a frothing psychopath. I mean,
yeah.
So I was like, well, what really surprised me is one of the few things I did know beforehand about the American Revolution is they actually had, if they wanted like a frothing turbo racist psychopath, they had the perfect example. To top it off, he was a British officer. Bannister Tarleton. He was such a fucking psychopath. Like that Mel Gibson movie, The Patriot. They based the villain on him, and even then, he was nowhere near as bad as the real fucking Tarleton. And apparently, the reason why they didn't use him is because he didn't die during the Revolution. He actually went on to become a member of the House of Lords, where he argued for the reintroduction of slavery. That's how much of a fucking cockhead this guy was. Well, so then in Black Flag, they went ahead and they had a villain who didn't get killed off anyway, Woodes Rogers. So it's like, fuck, what was the point of that? I was like, he could have had so much with Bannister Tarleton. Like, he was like, if you wanted someone you really wanted to fucking hate, like he would have been perfect. I was like, they try to make Charles Lee into Tarleton. It's like, no, again, Charles Lee's not anyone who's going to be remembered fondly, but like, the fuck was all that about? Like,
sorry, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, one of the best ways to sum up Tarleton is it was customary at that time of history where after a war, the officers of the winning side would invite the losing side officers around for dinner, like this officers and gentlemen sort of thing. The only British officer to never get an invite from anyone was fucking Tarleton. Largely because they're afraid that he'd burn their house down with them inside of it, which he was known to do. If he suspected someone was going against British interests, he would just lock them in their own house and burn them alive inside of their own house. That's how much of a fucking psychopath he was.
How nice of him.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy, however, the break-off game from 3. That little side game, what was it, Liberty?
Yes, Liberation. That I actually really liked. I actually really liked that because that handled similar things like slavery and that sort of thing. It did it in a way that made sense. And the characters made more sense, and there was also a lot less bloat because it was originally was it a Vita game? It was one of the handhelds anyway.
Yeah, it was originally a Vita game, and then they ported it to everything else.
Yeah, I played on PC.
Because Vita was so popular.
Yeah. I think it was. I realize they keep trying, but I feel like Vita and PSP were just too far ahead of their time.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I think it's also like there just wasn't enough support game wise as well. It's like those who did buy Vita, which from everything I see, the tech in that was amazing. But those who did buy Vita, it's like what do you have? Like Gravity Rush, Liberation, and one or two other things. So that was about it. It's like, well, that was money well spent.
Yeah. The Vita also had a movie that you could get for it.
They had what? You cut off there.
Yeah.
Sorry. That had movies and stuff that you could put for it.
Oh yeah.
But
so did the PSP with was it UMDs or something like those little discs?
Something like that. Yeah.
But you get ahead of
I
it.
understand what you're saying. Sorry.
It's all good. With that in mind, like anytime I rag on Ubisoft or Activision or whoever, it's a case of if you enjoy their games, that's fair enough. Do not let my own views or stances stain yours. I mean, there's plenty of games I love that I know other people absolutely fucking hate. Like I will defend Dark Void to my dying breath. It had a lot of problems, but my god, that fucking jetpack. Best fucking jetpack ever.
Flugo says that Black Flag was their last Assassin's Creed, mainly because game kept on glitching to the point you couldn't play it anymore. Just gave up on AC games in general.
Nah.
Oh yeah, they did make discs. They did.
There's a few. I did make. I did like after, like 3 and all that. Like I mentioned, like Liberation, Syndicate. I also enjoyed when they released Unity, which I did not like. That was the French Revolution one. They managed to make the French Revolution boring. It's like, the fuck's wrong with you?
Yeah.
But the parkour in it's so clean. I love the parkour in it.
But yeah, while they were doing that, they also made a spin-off one, Assassin's Creed Rogue, which was basically Black Flag, but in the North Sea this time, like around New York and whatnot. That one was actually one I really fucking liked. It's like so both times they had a spin-off version. It's like I actually prefer the spin-off to the main game.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I think the PSP and Vita were not for the American market, but then again, in the American market, the PSP and the Vita were competing with Nintendo.
Yeah, it's like when you're competing with Nintendo, it doesn't matter how good your system is. It's like it's a fucking uphill battle. Just name recognition alone.
Especially in the handheld world, because you had things like Pokemon and stuff like that that dominated the handheld. So.
But see, just like Caps was talking about earlier, and that's why I understand. That's one of the reasons why I haven't bought a Switch. Is because it's like I would only buy maybe 2 or 3 games on it, and I can't justify spending $200 for a couple games.
That's the reason why I haven't bought a PlayStation since PlayStation 3, because it's like, what would I play on it? Bloodborne. That's pretty much it. Especially since the other games I was interested in have since come to PC anyway, like
God of War and Spider-Man and all that.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, which I will admit, I didn't buy Ghost of Tsushima after all because of the whole PSN bullshit.
Oh,
it's like I was really excited for that game, but after what they pulled with Helldive, it's just like, no.
Yeah.
Shame, because Ghost of Tsushima, it looks like my fucking jam. You have no idea how much that game makes me hard just looking at it.
Let's see here. The Vita was nice when it was part of the PlayStation Plus pass, because streaming games to it was smoother than streaming on an Xbox. Oh shit.
Yeah.
PSP and Vita were both massive in Japan because handheld gaming is much bigger there. I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah.
Flugo's like, are you talking about making a PSN account?
No, I have the account. So that's not an issue because, like I said, I've got a PS3. My big issue is how they what happened. What the big thing which happened with Helldivers was they were selling it in countries where you can't even have a PlayStation account. So that was I think it's like over 140 countries which you couldn't make a PlayStation account. Then of course when they try to introduce the requirement. That meant that all those people who from those countries, a lot of them are European ones, even big ones like fucking Monaco. Monaco, you cannot have a PSN account in Monaco. All those people would have effectively had their game stolen from them. And instead of trying to work around or anything, their stance was tough shit until they. Helldivers was review bombed so hard that they eventually had to reverse that. And it's a case of if you're willing to steal from people, I do not trust you. I do not trust what else you've got planned. It's like I live in Australia. I not only can get a PSN account, I have a PSN account. I am not going to play your game though. That's just me.
Right.
It's like I have a strong stance against it. Basically, I'm in the same boat as Ross Scott. If you know who that is, Cursed Farms, Freeman's Mine.
All right, here we go, guys.
Let's see.
This part does not want to drop for you.
What part are you trying to get?
the Icarus for Captain. I have 13 relics with it.
How do you
But
spell
yeah,
that?
no, it's like AKARIUS.
Is it the A7 or the T7?
A7.
It's the master blueprint. It's a gold, which is why it's so fucking expensive to.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
But
I
it's like-
selected it before you hit the.
Sorry about that, mate. But
Oh man.
but it's like having to make an alternate account. I've not got the most against, because I mean you do it with other games, so especially if they have an online.
Yeah.
component. But
Yeah.
it's the fact that they were selling it in countries where they were later going to be like, well, tough shit.
Yeah.
Tough shit. That game you bought, it's completely bricked now. Thank you for your money. It's like, oh, blow it out your ass.
Yeah, like not
Exactly.
even offering like a refund or anything for them.
Yeah. It's like I take a strong stance against that sort of thing.
Oh, so now I have a Radiant Relic if you don't get it this time, and I can run it with you next time. I've got 3 of them, so.
I appreciate it all the same, but I mean, I'm just happy to hang with you guys.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I'm just here to farm Void Traces, so I mean, if I can get a goal, I don't mind it.
Yeah, so as I said, it's not a problem about making an account. It's the
The scummy
bullshit
practice that
of,
follows.
hey, yeah, you bought the game, but
Yeah.
we're not going to give you a refund because now you can't play the game because now you need an account for it in your country.
Yeah.
Where Warframe is free, so...
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's a perfect example. With Warframe, you have to make an account, which is fair enough because it's got its own internal systems, that sort of thing. But yeah, it's like you said, it's free, and unless there's something like a governmental upheaval, like say for example, like what happened with Brazil banning Twitter for a period of time. Like if for some reason Venezuela decides to ban Warframe, it's like, well, that's kind of out of the developers' hands. But it's like they're probably not gonna. You're probably not gonna have to worry about them ripping your game out of your hands, unless of course they go bankrupt or something. Which there's something that you understand going in, and hopefully they have an end of game plan, which is something I wish more games would have. Is end of life plan.
Well, see, and Flugo, that was the problem. They let people buy the game, and then turned around and said, "Oh, hey, now that you guys all have this game, you need to make a PSN account, even though you didn't have to have one when you bought the game."
And their argument...
These people have been buying the game for been playing the game for months before that. They were loving it, having a grand old time. Then they basically said, "Well, tough shit. Because of where you live in the world, you don't get to play this anymore."
And their argument was, well, whenever you first boot up the game, we have the warning that it's going to eventually require. Yeah, after you bought it. After you bought it,
you don't know that after you bought it.
It tells you.
That. Well, even then, with the PC version in particular, for the longest time, the only warning they had was on a little sidebar on Steam itself.
And no one reads that sidebar.
No. And usually it's a case of if you're in a country where you can't make an account, like say for example, I mentioned Venezuela before because they banned Mercenaries 2. They didn't need to because Mercenaries 2 was a letdown compared to the first one. But they banned it because it took place in Venezuela and Maduro is a little bitch. Yes.
I love your explanations.
It's a case of well, EA did not sell it in Venezuela as a result.
Mm-hmm.
And so they didn't just have a warning say, oh, by the way, if you buy this game, you won't be able to play it if you're in Venezuela. It's just a case of, well, if you got a Venezuelan account, it's not going to appear in the store.
Right.
Which would have been the honest thing for Sony to do with Helldivers. And so it's like we are going to introduce the PSN requirement eventually. So Monaco and the other 140 odd countries which can't have PlayStation accounts. Say, well,
ooh, shiny.
Guess what? It's not going to
Thank you for the follow. Hold on. I know that name.
But yeah, no. Some people took it a bit weird, and they made it the fight about, oh, you have to make another account. It's like that isn't the issue. Because again, like depending on the game, it makes sense. Although it doesn't make sense that Ghost of Tsushima and God of War need accounts. They're single player games.
Well,
So Ghost of Tsushima, you only need it for player mode. So I could still play it without having to log in with my PSN account. But it's a case of I don't trust you fucks anymore.
well, speaking of which, this is just a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt.
Oh yep.
There is a little bird out there that's talking about. Well, first of all, they are potentially working on remastering the OG God of War games.
Mhm.
And second of all, that Santa
That'd
Monica
be good.
Studios might be leaving Sony once their contract ends this year over Sony's practices, and they feel like they want to do more for the gamers than what's being done. Like I said, rumor,
Yeah.
absolutely nothing confirmed, but I think that
Right.
would be dope if we could get, like, one, the God of War's remastered, and two, if we could instantly get them on PC instead of having to wait a year.
I mean, I definitely think there's some
Right.
upset. Like seeing in the last couple of years how many PlayStation exclusives have ended up on PC. I mean, God of War, like when they first announced that God of War was coming to PC, it's like, holy shit! I've never seen God of War on any other system other than a PlayStation. It's always been PlayStation exclusive. Like never Xbox, never Nintendo.
There's a
Always Sony. Yeah, so when that came on PC, I was like, holy shit! Then you started seeing some of the others, like Horizon Zero Dawn and others. And I'm like, okay, something's getting a bit fucky. Then Ghost of Tsushima. It's like, okay, where's my fucking Bloodborne, bastards?
Right.
Give me Bloodborne. That'd be the only reason why I buy a PlayStation 4 or 5 is for fucking
Bloodborne.
Give me Bloodborne.
You
At
hate
six-
that
at-
with every
at six-
game after you play
at 60 FPS.
it. Yeah, I feel you that way. And who was it that was it? It was Ubisoft, wasn't it, or EA that were saying like, "Oh, it doesn't matter if you buy a game, you still don't own it."
Yeah, as Ubisoft, they said that gamers have to get used to the idea of not owning their games. It's like, well, that's a shame because that new Prince of Persia looks like it's my jam. Guess I'm not buying it.
Right.
That's my
It's like-
biggest problem with Ubisoft, as much of a fanboy as I am, is their mouth gets
Yeah.
them in the trouble more than anything.
Yeah,
And that was the CEO.
yeah.
I think he should be fired. I think instead of selling out to Tencent or whatever they're talking about doing right now, I think they just need to
Yeah.
either move the family that's owned it forever
Mhm.
out or change the CEO.
Yeah. I think you like you said they'll likely sell to Tencent or something, but I think Ubisoft will still be around because if Ubisoft were to go under entirely, that's going to be a huge upset.
Thank you.
Just about every one of their games that they've made since like the mid 2000s will be bricked. You won't be able to play any of the Divisions. You won't be able to play any of the Assassin's Creeds. You won't be able to play any of those because they've all required a central server that they could turn off at any moment. And especially now that you've got Ross Scott and others doing huge worldwide government appeals against this sort of shit, they don't. I imagine there's a lot of big names that do not want that sort of attention put on it. So I think Ubisoft will be saved, will be spared.
But what
Because
gets me
they,
about them is they do good. They learn from their
Yeah.
mistakes, but they just can't shut up. Like with the
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah.
The crew, they shut the servers down because there wasn't enough players to justify keeping it running. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, cool, that's happened countless times, but everybody got upset because they did own it, and they no longer could access it because it was all online, just like Forza and stuff.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
they did, like 2 weeks later, was they went through and all the other crew games, because I was playing the crew 2 at the time. This is just a few months ago that this happened. They made them all where if you owned it and they shut the servers down later on, you could still play the game. Now, they couldn't retroactively fix the crew, but all the future crew games, if you own them, then you can still play them even after the servers are shut down, like in single player and stuff like
Oh.
that. So they're willing to
That's-
learn from their
should be a standard.
mistakes. They just
Right.
They just open their mouth too much.
Why are leopards bad at hide and seek? They're always spotted. I hate you, Nidasaur.
That's a good one.
What was the studio that bought the Nemesis system and killed the studio that made it? Hi, Snail!
They didn't buy it per se. That was Warner Brothers. They've always owned it per se. Monolith were the ones who developed it, but Warner Brothers, as the publisher, they've always owned it. They've killed Monolith now, which I will admit, as much as I loved Monolith's games in the past, I don't feel sad because it's not the same Monolith anymore. So many other studios I love, I just have to remember it's not the same people anymore.
Yeah.
That's why I can let go of Obsidian. I loved Obsidian back in the day, but the people who work there now are just fucking shell, a facsimile of what Obsidian used to be.
It's kind of like me with Blizzard.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's still Warner Brothers who owns the Nemesis system, and I think they've trademarked it till 2036 or something. For those who don't know, it was used with the Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor games. There's a whole system about how you can get your Nemesis, a bit like what we see with the Liches, but like way more developed. So it's actually a really good system.
Oh, it said I didn't bring any relic. Oh, I guess it did.
I saw that too.
What are you doing up now? You only just went to bed like a little while.
Right?
Yeah.
You want a new game with that system?
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Neil.
How
much sleep did you get?
I think the Wonder Woman game that Monolith were working on was going to have that, but not only is that shut down, but judging by what some of the writers have been saying since they got shut down, it's like it may have been for the best. It's sounding like it was going to be another Valgar.
Oh no! Yeah. I could see that easily happening.
Like I said, it's not the same. This is why I don't feel sad about shut down. As much as I don't want people losing their jobs, but it's like it's not the same Monolith that made Fear, or Condemned, or Shadow of Mordor, or Blood, or any of the other amazing games that Monolith have made through the since the fucking 90s. It's like it's still sad to see like a glorious name like that, like Obsidian, like seeing how bad Avowed turned out. It's like I shouldn't be surprised. After they fucked over their best writer. It was a man by the name of Chris Avellone. He's responsible for the original Fallouts. He's responsible for New Vegas. He's Knights of the Old Republic 2, pretty much everything classic Obsidian.
All the games that had amazing stories.
Yep. Like Obsidian were famous for their games being buggy as shit, but holy shit, where was the writing worth? Like even Alpha Protocol, which is basically Mass Effect but spies. The writing in that was so fucking amazing, and every decision you made, like even the small ones, like typically with things like Mass Effect, it's a bit of smoke and mirrors. A few choices will make a difference, but a lot of them will be basically lead you to the same end. Not true with Alpha Protocol. It's like after you play a bit of that, it's like okay, now I can understand. As fuck, because holy shit, this would have been complex to try to get working. But anyway, he got Chris Avellone. He got Me Too'd in a way that even when it was started, I was like, "Is he a Time Lord?" The only way this could work is if he could be in two places at once. Anyway, sure enough, he took quite a fair few people to court over it. They didn't disclose the figure he got over it, but it's 7 figures. So he got at least over millions of dollars over these accusations. As a case of, that's not a case of there was a bit of a fucky-wucky or they misremembered or anything like that. It's a case of no. He was able to prove malicious intent. But he was fired immediately the moment he was Me Too'd. Even though, again, like I said, he'd have to be a fucking Time Lord for those accusations to make sense. And it's like, so they screwed over their best writer, the person who was honestly probably single-handedly the reason why Obsidian was loved as ever. Hello there.
Hello, hon.
That's the problem with so much stuff now, is it's no longer, not to get too into it, but it's guilty until proven innocent now, like with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he got fired from Pirates of the Caribbean, which won't be the same without him. He got fired from, you know, the Harry Potter and stuff, and then he wound up winning the case.
Because the case was so public, people got to see, hang on, she's full of shit.
But nobody went back and rehired him anyways. So now we're getting Pirates without him, and I won't, despite Pirates of the Caribbean, one of my favorite series of all time, I won't go and see the new one now, because like that just...
Right.
Well, that's kind of how I feel with Sony. It's like, a number of these games, it's like, love to play, but after you see that sort of bullshittery, it's like, yeah, no, fuck you. Same with Obsidian. The only Obsidian games I'm going to stream are the classic one, Chris Avalone. That's like
Rabbit. Snail says that he had fun for about 4 hours in Avowed.
What happened after those 4? Like,
sadness.
From what I gather, it's not an incompetent game, but as soon as I saw that its roleplay mechanics are on par with Fallout 4, where it's you either say yes or you say yes in a sassy way. It's like this is such a disgrace on the Obsidian name, considering how amazing the writing and the dialogue options and all that was with the Avalones. I just look at New Vegas. New Vegas, like, I think they had something stupid like 18 months to make, and which is why it's so broken. I was like, the fact that they did all that in 18 months is like, this guy's a fucking wizard.
Well, and that's why I had high hope for Avowed, because like even Obsidian with the new team, and they did Grounded. Like, Grounded was nothing whenever it first came out, because we played
Grounded
it.
Was actually very good. I'll give you that. That was actually really good.
But that's what gave me hope, was like how well, because as far as I know, which you can tell me if I'm wrong, Grounded was like their first like actual like intended for multiplayer game.
I think you're right. I never thought about it, but I think you're right. There may be some minor multiplayer in some of the previous stuff, but that was never the intention. Like maybe Pillars of Eternity, but if so, it probably would be like Fallout 3, Baldur's Gate 3, where it's kind of an afterthought.
Yeah, and it just blew me away with what they turned it into, and I was so impressed. So I'm like, surely they've got this with Avowed.
I
mean, yeah.
I
get that train wreck.
Yeah. I get what you mean with that, because like even though Grounded wasn't an RPG, you didn't have trees and all that. It's like the world building was freaking great. Like they put so much effort into the world and everything around them, even though it's a silly, goofy Honey I Shrunk the Kids plot. like someone cared, and you could tell. But yeah, it's like when I started seeing some of the warning signs with Avowed, it's like, yeah, I gotta hold it. And it's like, between that and again what they did with Avalone, it's like, yeah, you can get fucked.
Yeah, because it blew me away with what Grounded started with when they first released it and what it turned into.
Yeah.
You could tell that love and care was actually put into the game.
Yep.
Hi, honey.
I was like,
Snail says if Avowed had multiplayer, it probably would have been better.
Yeah. Honestly, if it was multiplayer, the crappy RPG options probably wouldn't have been such an issue then, because it's harder to get invested in a big RPG plot when you're doing it multiplayer.
Well, I don't know. Like, I mean, Baldur's Gate did it really well, but I mean, then again, that appeals to a specific crowd.
Yeah. At some point, I need to bully Saki into doing Original Sin with me, because that was made specifically with multiplayer in mind. Even if you play it solo, you're still making two characters who could then, unlike with Baldur's Gate 3, you actually kind of like, it's almost like you not so much duel, but you fight over who gets to say which dollar.
Thank you, Cad, for the good noises.
Is that the first or second Divinity?
I'm thinking the first, but I've not played the second because I still need to finish the first. Although with that said, I think that's like the fourth or fifth Divinity game. Because there's Divine Divinity, Beyond Divinity, Divinity 2, Dragon Commander, then Original Sin.
See, I didn't know that. I just knew about Divinity and Divinity 2, I started on 2.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of fantastic things about 2, and I do want to get into it, but it's like I'll try to finish original Sin first. I was like, I'll bully Psyche into that because I think that'll be a fun stream.
We enjoyed it. The issue is we all played it. We were playing it on Xbox, and then all of us went to PC at like the exact same time because the parts we were getting were on deals. So we came to PC and we just never jumped back into it. Same with Assassin's Creed. I own all the Assassin's Creeds up till Valhalla on Xbox. I got all the way to Unity, and then I went to PC, and I haven't finished Unity.
I again, to each their own. I did not like Unity. It's like French Revolution. Let's fucking go. And I was like, where's the revolution?
It's not good, but the parkour in it is so clean after dealing with it so frustratingly in the past several games.
Yeah.
How's it going? It's going okay.
She's stuck listening to us rant.
No, you're fine. I'm also in a lot of pain right now, so I think I might have to call it early today.
Yeah, well, it's after 1 a.m. for me, so I better head off in a bit anyway. But
continue.
But yeah, it's like with you've probably seen it with my own streams. But if I'm playing a game where you can tell that the developers give a shit, I will screw over that. Like Atomic Heart, perfect example.
That was a good one. I liked watching Atomic Heart.
Atomic Heart was a thing of beauty.
Not what I was expecting it to be either.
Not at all me. So it's like, oh yes, Slavic Bioshock. It's like, well, it's a bit of that. But it's got all this other shit too. It's got this open world area. It's got this semi-RPG thing. I get molested by a weapons locker. They actually are barely even in it, surprisingly.
Yeah,
it
they're
doesn't
not.
matter. That's all I need.
Yeah, but
I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I usually prefer the thick, but I mean, I don't mind the twins. I don't mind the twins at all.
I can
still need to
appreciate
play
any and all
Atomic
body
Heart.
types.
I highly recommend it, Nova. It was so good to watch.
I give it a hearty recommend. I fucking loved it.
It was so good.
I'm holding off on the DLC until the last one is released, but what I've seen is interesting. You're like the first one, Psyche, because it's apparently goes into the background about Nora.
Oh, okay.
Nora being the hypersexualized weapons locker that basically tries to do things to you first time you come across her. I won't spoil anything. Nora is a force of nature. You just have to experience Nora for yourself.
It's a game. It's a game. I will say that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot.
Yeah. Honestly, one of my favorite games I've streamed so far, and I've played a lot of really fucking good games.
You have. I liked Head On though, but that's a whole different genre.
Yeah. Head On's also a perfect example of a game where the maker gave a shit. A single person. I was like, holy shit, the effort they put into it. It's like, I fucking love all this. But then you see something that's painted by the numbers, even if it's competently made, it's like, I'm not so excited about this.
Oh, Nova says that he has definitely seen that weapon fridge.
Nora, like I said, Nora is a force of nature. And I'm kind of excited to see, it's like, what happened? What is her backstory? Which is what we'll learn with the first DLC. Because it's like clearly she's not part of Collective 2.0 because she would have gone crazy with the other robots. She doesn't seem to be. She doesn't seem to be. I won't say spoilers, but she's not like the twins. If you know what I mean. She doesn't have at least as far as we know, she does have a similar origin. So it's like, is Granny Zima responsible for her? Is she one of Granny Zima's agents? Is she someone else's agent? It's like. Is she anyone's agent? Is she just like a weird side experimentation that went alright? It's like, I want to know. Right.
So I will ask this: since you said you like to run Vaban, are you a nerd like I am and like jump in the air before you throw a still and pretend it's like Pokemon?
Oh my god!
I not only do that sort of thing. I've also colored my Vauban in Helldiver colors. Because every one of his powers involves throwing an orb. And it's like, who else throws orbs? Helldivers.
See, I never thought about that. I just thought about Pokemon, and so like I jump in the air and throw a still, and pretend like I'm a nerd.
That is great.
Yeah, but yeah, Nova, huge recommend on Atomic Heart. I I'll also give. I don't know how well you go with more indie sort of stuff. If you don't mind a game that's made on the GZ Doom engine and done ridiculously well, if you've ever heard of a game called,
So
like,
since
it looks like
to
it's just going to be like a
we're going to go ahead and end it here.
Doom.
I appreciate all of you all for coming
It's just
out.
gonna be
I
shooter.
hope you have a wonderful day, and I will catch you all in the next one.
Closer to Deus Ex in gameplay.